Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode number 6 of this NHL 22 Quebec Nordiques relocation franchise mode, where we've taken the Arizona Coyotes and moved them up to Quebec. So if you guys have missed any episodes up to this point, head up into that top corner of the video right now. There will be a card with the link to the playlist. And if you missed any episodes, go back and check them out. But today, we are getting into the off season. I've done pretty much all the draft interviews that I wanted to scout for players, and well, the Montreal Canadiens won the Cup last year. So just to recap, Clayton Keller scored 66 points. He did drop off a bit, down to an 87 at the moment, but as you can see there, Montreal with the Stanley Cup, Carolina won the Presidents, Vegas with the Clarence, and Montreal obviously with the Prince of Wales there. Austin Matthews won the Art Ross and the Hart this year. Jeff Petrie wins himself a Norris. Sebastian Aho with the Lady Byng. Lucas Raymond with the Calder. Carey Price won the Conn Smythe. Robin Lehner with the Vezina. Price with the Jennings. Scandella wins the Masterton. Chicago's coach, who is Eberle there, wins the Jack Adams. Kopitar wins back-to-back Selkies. The Ted Lindsay goes to Matthews, and so does the Maurice Richard. So that is kind of an awards wrap-up there. Again, our Quebec team didn't do as well as we planned, but we're hitting the draft now. You guys didn't give a ton of feedback in the last video. We'll go over a couple comments here, but looking at the progress reports, the team is trending in the right direction slowly, but at the same time, it was a bit of a down year for certain players, and some guys we might be looking to move on from. I'm thinking more so guys like Phil Kessel, and I even want to say a guy like maybe like Joe Pavelski. I think we could move on from some of these really old guys. Eric Stahl we could keep around potentially, but depending on how our team does this upcoming year, obviously we're going to have certain guys growing more so than others, and well, we do have some young guys like Jurasek and Gunther and different players like that coming up through the system as well. So now that we are done with that and looking over our team, let's get to some comments here. So Josh Wilson said last episode, perfect way to start a Friday. Thanks for the content. Keep them coming. And you're welcome. I appreciate you guys commenting on these videos. And, we are starting to get into more of a grind of this series as far as episodes are going to be coming out every Sunday and I want to say Friday. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, it's kind of back-to-back on the weekends, so if you guys are busy on the weekends, I apologize, but it's kind of the only time I'm free and have time to record. So, yeah, the kind of idea I have for this draft is we're going to try to put together a pretty insane Canadian team here in Quebec if we can, and I'm extremely interested in a guy like Connor Bedard. Obviously, with a Gretzky comparison, we are going to want to go out and try to get him, and that will either create an insane 1-2 punch down the middle for our team, or just create possibly the most powerful line in hockey history if we put Bedard and Shane Wright together. And then I'm looking at Byron Brewer as well, another Canadian player, defensive defenseman most likely, but he put up decent points as well, 45 points in 67 games and lots of ice time. I would love to go in and get a guy like this as well. Especially if he turns out to be a pinch and cycle defenseman. I would love to get him over, even, I know we just drafted him, but over a guy like Jurasek potentially would be a very interesting idea for this team, just simply based on the fact that Jurasek is not grown a ton in the last couple episodes, so now looking at the draft, I've got a few guys pinned out that I'm interested in. Obviously this Samu Kultanen is most likely going to go first, but if we could somehow get Bedard and Brewer, I would be over the moon with this upcoming draft. We also have some guys that I'm going to trade up for in the second round. A guy like Ian Crane here would be a fantastic depth center to potentially get. Same with a guy like Lucas Quick, or even Solomon Peverly, again, 2-year ETA. I assume he's going to be a low elite based on the fact that he, has low elite looking potential there. Pro release, he's a good shooter too for a big body. And left-handed shot on the right wing, I would love to bring him in. Besides that, we got some guys down here who look interesting. Is Ortmeyer. The only reason I got him pinned is a 2-year ETA. And I think at pick 150 to 160, he's worth trading for. So I don't think we have a ton of picks coming up in this draft as far as second rounders or later rounders go. So let's advance a day here and let's get into the draft. So got the NHL Entry Draft. I have some moves planned out, and we're going to try to implement them and improve this team for the future. All right, so here we go. Let's get to it. And if I'm not mistaken, I went and checked the block. Yep, St. Louis is looking to trade that first overall pick. So we're going to implement a trade here. We're going to give it a shot, and hopefully it will go through. So the deal we are going to try to make here is going to consist of, we are going to attempt to send, we're going to go Phil Kessel, Matthias Silvegaard, and who else do I want to move in this deal? And Troy Stetcher in exchange for the first overall pick. Okay, they cannot take on the cap space. 4.9 million. Who is... Oh, Tarasenko's expensive. Yeah, Tarasenko is extremely expensive. Does he fit our team in any way? Forward line 1. Interesting. If this goes through, man, this would be the biggest steal ever. No, it doesn't. Okay. If we try implementing a future pick into here, maybe like a Quebec second rounder, I would be okay with that. If that's all it takes to get this deal to go through. No, doesn't meet their needs particularly well. Okay, so we're going to have to improve this some other way. I don't think it's going to be Phil, to be honest, which is too bad. But if we can do a cap dump of Pavelski and then maybe send Silvegaard the other way, would that improve? Oh, we left Phil Kessel in. Okay, let's try this. Okay. So Pavelski and Silvegaard. I don't think this goes through. Nope. Okay. We are starting to run out of time here, so we're gonna up the value a bit. And the guy that I think I'm most willing to move here is Dylan Guenther, simply because we're trading up for a better sniper. Well, we're gonna make this worth Connor Bedard. So if we do that and then throw Kessel in, that should be enough. Guenther, Kessel, and Stetcher. And then we would get Tarasenko as well in exchange. That would be insane. And trade accepted. There you go. All right, so we land the number 1 pick. But looking at this draft, I want to somehow obtain the number 5. I believe the number 5 if we can. I'm going to call a timeout here just to sort this out. But we managed to land Tarasenko and the first in that deal, which is insane. So we have Kultanen. A+ shoot. Holy crap, this guy's got to be insane. Kultanen looks absolutely crazy, but I like the scheme fit better on Bedard. That's the reason why I want to draft Bedard instead. But we've also got Byron Brewer here at number 5, who I think is going to be a great pick as well. And then we've got Peverly further down. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to get some assets off of Buffalo. I'd like to get some second rounders if we can. And we also, at the moment, we currently possess the number 15 overall pick, which was our original pick. But if we can potentially go for number 2, 33, and 42 from the Sabres, then I am willing to trade the first and the 15th. So if Buffalo takes that, I'm totally good with that deal. It looks like a pretty equal trade. And, well, let's see if it goes through. And that it does. Okay, perfect. That's actually exactly what I wanted. So now we land some later seconds, which I'm okay with. And I want to trade for, I want to say pick 27 as well here. So what we're going to do for pick 27 is we are going to offer, we got 12 million in cap space right now. Offer pick 77 and a rookie goalie. Our worst goalie, even though he's higher valued somehow, is Sven Magnuson. He was also the later pick. He is a bigger goalie too, but we're going to offer Magnuson in this deal because he's older and lower rated. And honestly, if we can get some other asset back, obviously we're not going to get Hellebuck. There's no way that happens, but if we can get like a second or third rounder off of them next year too, then I'm good with that deal. It's rejected. It's a bit low for them. Okay, so let's try a third. I'm okay with the third rounder next year. And does that go through? It does. Beautiful. Okay, so now that Buffalo's got this pick, we're going to be on the clock here with San Jose. And we're going to try to find a deal with San Jose. I'm going to do find trade, see if San Jose's even willing to offer anything. If not, then maybe we'll have to trade up. But the Sharks are currently in possession of the player that I would very much like to obtain here. Who's a low franchise on their team? William Eklund. Holy. That's a little unexpected, but yeah, I'm sure they are very happy with that. Okay. But let's see if we... Oh, they have pick number 8 as well. And I hit the trade block. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, let me try this again here. I'm struggling just a little bit. Okay, so for the 5th overall pick, what are they willing to... Letang and Vanasek? That's it? That's actually not that bad a deal. And that would allow us to keep Jurasek, too. I thought for sure we were going to have to give up Jurasek in exchange. Let me look at the lineup here quickly. We can potentially implement Jurasek into the lineup this upcoming year. I think that could be a really good move, especially if he grows a couple more ratings. So you know what? $8 million off the books. Vanasek's a great goalie. And he does have a really good deal too there, but for Byron Brewer in the future to pair alongside a guy like Vanasek as well, or not Vanasek, as well as along Jurasek and Soderstrom, we gotta take that. I will take that all day. So yes, we do trade away Chris Letang. Probably not the most spectacular move. Oh my God, Coltonen's an 84. Oh. Jeez. That's insane. That is actually insane. Okay, so we have pick number 2. There's no question that we're taking Connor Bedard at this point, but we are stacking the Canadians in this draft here, and 79 overall franchise sniper, man, 2 snipers back to back. I do like that he has wheels though. Wheels is going to be a fun one because he's just going to... Man, he put up 113 points in 70 games with Regina. Yeah, he's... the fact that we get him at number 2 is insane. And then, Banks falls to the Kraken. Okay, so Pielmeyer, I believe is how you say his name, goes number 3. And yeah, we're taking Brewer number... What is this, number 5? Yeah, number 5. Perfect, okay. We'll take Brewer, 79 overall, so he's potentially in our top 6 here right away. Truseland's Ice Pack, back at you, and quick pick, yeah. Yeah, we might end up giving... Brewer might get the start right away, and then we might end up waiting to... yeah, that's nice. We're probably going to end up waiting to give Jurasek NHL time until he's actually ready. So Byron Brewer is a steal of a pick as well. We get 2 79 overall picks. And we are going to make one more trade here. I don't know exactly who it's going to be with yet at this point. But we're going to have to land a couple more picks here. So we probably should have done it in the Buffalo deal, but I'm going to just trade some futures here with Buffalo because they have picks that I am interested in. Coltonen's going to be so good with Jack Eichel. I'm slightly envious of how good they are going to be. But let's see. That's a 2 fifth rounders. Two fifth rounders is probably gonna not be worth all that much. So what if we trade a future third? What if we trade future third and fifth? That should go through. So they move up a bit. Maybe let's do this a little bit further in the future. So do a third rounder from 2 years from now and a fifth rounder from 3 years from now. That should definitely go through. Yeah, okay. So we get those picks on the later players that I'm looking at, like Ortmeyer and Andrechuk, because I've got them pinned out here, and I think they're going to be good picks. We'll see. But this is kind of what we're looking at right now. Bodie. See, I've got this Yoshi guy pinned out because he's like one of the only guys that kind of falls in our range. In the late rounds. And then Ortmeyer I'm interested in, and Andrechuk looks like a low elite, so hopefully he does actually turn out. So yeah, let's simulate over to pick number 27 now and see what else we missed. Ooh, Comrie. Okay, 60. Ooh, okay, this is a nice looking draft. Nashville gets Comrie there, who looks great. Teratukin looks like a really good two-way forward. Wow, okay, lots of medium sixes. Usually I would say that's a great draft as is. Benson's decent. Puck on a string. He's small, but who cares? I think Danielson's really small too, isn't he? Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. Okay. Boyce is a great pick. Trucelance for the Capitals there. Ooh, Fritsch. I don't know how you say his name. Elite edges as a zone ability, though. That's a cool one, actually, on a two-way forward. A guy that can skate that well. Ooh, yeah, and Braden Yeager as well. Another elite edges on a two-way forward. Okay, wow. Yeah, some great players in here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Byron Brewer is going to be possibly the best defenseman in this draft. Pielmeyer, interesting, but I think Brewer's probably better rounded. But now we're at pick 27, and Solomon Peverley is the guy that I've got on my radar. I was watching him the whole time. He ends up putting up 80 points in 63 games for Flint. And with pro release and goal scoring as pretty much guarantees at this point, I would assume he's a power forward over a grinder. And he's a big body, inside hand shot. Okay, beautiful. 65 rated. Crease crasher. Oh man, this is a nice card. Nice player. Solomon Peverley's going to be sweet in the future. Okay, so now we simulate over to pick 33, which is the first pick of the second round. And let's see who else got drafted after Peverley. So obviously Peverley was good. Stewart, ooh, not a great pick. Farrell was nice. Konopka, not so much. Blomstrand's a nice player there for Montreal. Obviously the Canadiens just won the cup. And next up, who did we have pinned here? The next guy I was looking at, probably could be Pullock, but no, I'm looking at Lance Quick here. We're looking to add some more defense to this team still. Looking to build out a real nice prospect pool on the defensive side, because last year, although we took a lot of defensemen, don't get me wrong, some of them should be good, but we're going to go with Lance Quick, and he is a low elite, beautiful. Offensive defenseman too. So yeah, pick 33, not bad. Thunderclap, CNI, and Magnetic are all X factors you want on a defenseman. Pullock gets drafted right there. Okay. Ooh, Lind was nice. Okay, and so was Adam Finger. Man, lots of medium top 4 second round defensemen here. Holy jeez. Okay. So Pullock does get taken there right before our pick. And although you could argue, take Delmore next. Nope, we're going to go with this guy instead. Ian Crane, 1 year ETA, skating, elite speed, pro release. He is a little small, but with a 1 year ETA, who cares? He honestly looks fantastic, and Well, Ian Crane is 73 overall. Why did he not get drafted in the first round? He might be one of the biggest steals we see in this entire series, especially if he develops properly. Oh my goodness, Ian Crane. Where was he playing? He was playing in the extra liga, and he had 11 points in 45 games. So that's probably why his point production was not necessarily spectacular. But now we simulate over to round 4. Kind of skip over most of round 3. I don't think we even had a third rounder, or we traded it. Ooh, Lance Allos, actually a really nice player. I feel like I had him scouted out too, but 19 years old. Probably could be a little bit better, but round 3, not off to a hot start, really. Joseph's kind of the only really good-looking prospect in there. A lot of lower-end prospects. Wow, okay. I think we dodged a bullet not picking in the third round, to be completely honest, apart from maybe snagging Allos, but what about, I saw a high starter? Yeah, I did. Pressburg. San Jose is going to be nasty, man. They're going to be really nice in the future. Yeah, San Jose is going to be one of those teams that maybe we end up meeting in some crazy rivalry matchups or something. Duda was nice. Tim Duda. Same with Spalling. I mean, he got picked right after Crane, and don't get me wrong, I think Ian Crane's probably the best player we could have picked in that position, but yeah, okay, over to pick 111 now, and I honestly don't know who we're taking here. Who are we taking? Volchenko, maybe? What about Tyler Brennan? No, he's got a real face. I honestly don't know who we're drafting here. I've got Bodie picked out. This is pick 111. You know what? Honestly, I think we end up trading this for a future if we can. Let's see if we can find like a fourth rounder kind of trade here for this pick, because I do not want to use this pick. I'm not seeing anybody. 4th and a 7th, not bad. Okay, that's probably the best deal we're gonna get. I don't want any current picks either, though. That's the thing, is a lot of teams are offering current picks. No current picks, please. We're taking that Anaheim deal all day. Okay, that's fine by me. So there's, without a doubt, this kind of, not stigma necessarily, but this ideology that we're building around the Quebec Nordiques, that they're a draft day team as far as trades go. That seems to be very apparent, but now that we're down to pick 129, I'm slightly more inclined to draft Tim Bodie here. Not a lot on him, but I'm taking the risk on the low elite, and hopefully he turns out. And he does. Okay, low elite, two-way forward, 49 overall. I mean, for pick 129, if he develops into anything even close to an NHL caliber player, that's a great draft pick. So, over to pick 134 now. Ooh, Ackerland would have been a decent draft pick too. Potter also would have been a great pickup. Should have drafted him with pick number 111. Oh well. So that one kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And the next pick we got lined up here is off the board again, but it's these players that I've done some scouting on and I'm actually interested in. And it's not Tristan Jenks, it's Dominic Andreychuk. Undersized player yet again, but that's okay with me. We're going to take the risk on him, and if it pays, it does pay. Ooh, 58 overall. Okay, yeah, Dominic Andreychuk. Very nice player, an American player, puts up 43 points in 63 games. Sweet, we are killing it in this round. Pick 5. Round 5 seems to be the place to draft at the moment. Yeah, definitely. There's so much potential in this round anyways. And then we're going to see if we can add to that, go off the board a little bit. And we're going to take Ortmeyer because of that 2-year ETA. I've got a really good feeling surrounding his ability, especially if you're 19 and only 2 years out from potentially being in the NHL. And Ortmeyer is, oh my god, a 68? Are you kidding me? Oh, oh my gosh, and he can skate, and he's got puck skills for days too. Oh my goodness. Where was he even playing? Leah, okay. Caleb Ortmeyer, okay. What a player. Oh my goodness. If he turns out for a late 5th rounder, oh my goodness me. Okay. Vyacheslav Jas, or Yas, however you say his name. Fantastic player for the Rangers there. Not the Rangers. I don't know who he's playing for. I didn't look properly, but Ortmeyer, oh my goodness, man. Ortmeyer is sick. Oh, okay. Doughty goes as a grinder. He's 19, though, so probably not as good a pick. Vorobyev to the Hurricanes, though. He could be a steal. Most definitely, especially at that size. Oh, yeah. Vyacheslav Vorobyev. Keep an eye on him. He's going to... I would argue he turns into something. Okay, now we're at pick 175. Who are we taking? I've got like a short list laid out here, but I don't know who we're drafting exactly. I do want to take a goalie at this point too, but I also want one that we've kind of looked at, preferably. And okay, there's 2 of mine in. I want to take Laddie, I think, because he's the only guy I've really got much of a scouting report. Yeah, wow, we got nothing on goalies here. All right, screw it. Let's go with, what's his name? Laddie? Mika Laddie. Sure, let's go with him. He's 19, but if he does turn out to be anything, okay, he's a starter. That's actually lucky. I didn't think he was going to, I thought he was going to be a backup, but honestly, at round 6, I'm not expecting more than a medium backup, so that's a win in my books all day. The fact that Yas got picked by whoever it was, the fact that they landed him in the 6th round is a sweet pick. Who actually did pick him? I keep getting it wrong. St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis got Yas in the 6th round. That's insane. Okay. Round 6 does not hold much, if any, potential. And then we sim over to, where are we? Pick 211. And the only guy that I've got with any kind of potentially, is Ronnie Yoshi. At the very least, he fits our system, if nothing else. So, Ronnie Yoshi is actually a low top 4. Beautiful. Okay, that was luck. Not gonna lie, that was luck. I don't think I was expecting anything higher than a low 7th, and the fact that he's a low top 4 is absolutely sweet, and he is also 49 overall, so that is very nice. Okay. So yeah, just going back through the rounds here, like you look at our picks overall, even guys like Tim Bodie was round 5, wasn't he? Yeah. Like 49 overall, 18 years old. Beautiful pick. Andrechuk, 58 rated at 18 years old. And then probably the steal of the draft. I mean, we got 2 guys who are arguably the steals of the draft. The fact that it's going to be very easy to say that Connor Bedard is the steal of the draft at pick number 2, because he should go number 1. And, I mean, I don't know if that's entirely true, because Coltonen looks like he's going to be an absolute monster for the Buffalo Sabres in the future. But you can also argue that Ian Crane should have been a first-rounder at the very least at that rating. I think he, again, just undersized more than anything. Yeah, so his one-timers are going to be really good as well with 1T. But that is the draft, and my God, was it another fantastic year. I would say that's back-to-back killer drafts for the Nordiques, and I think that we could literally draft terribly for the next 4 years and still have a very competitive team in the future. So I look down that list, and there's nobody who I doubt can make an NHL roster at some point. That is just absurd how good this team is going to be. Quick and Crane are sick. We had nobody in round 3 or 4 for that matter. Holy, we didn't even draft for 2 rounds, and then we nail 3 picks like that? That's absurd. That is actually absurd. What a draft. Oh my god. All right, so now we get into the off season and we get to do some signings and things like such. We have arena progress that we need to work on preferably, and I don't think we have the funds to do so, so that is what it is. But I think more so we are just now looking into the progress reports, the contracts, and yeah, we get to sim to the re-signing phase here. And well, now we have some some coaches to get into working with here. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to be releasing Jenkins. I think he's gone. And I think for now we're going to put Pospisil as our head coach. We'll give Tubert a contract. We'll give Gallant a contract. And you guys can't all be AHL head coaches. Oh my goodness. Okay. We'll give those guys contracts. We do have some scouts as well who are just, easy signings. But again, when you've got scouts that are landing you prospects like we have been pulling over the last 2-3 drafts, you have to, without a doubt, you have to re-sign all these guys because, again, this team is just going to be absolutely insane for the future. The fact that we have Brewer and Jurasek coming up through the system on defense scares me a little bit, just based on the fact that the league's going to have to get through those guys. Like, Jurasek's like 6'3" as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jurasek's 6'4", 185, so he's just a lanky, big defenseman. And so is Brewer. Brewer is 6'4", 216 pounds. So, just again, like, it's scary looking at this team. So let's get to the re-sign phase here. We've got players now that are going to cost us a bit of money, but we have $32 million in cap space. We just released Phil Kessel in exchange for Vladimir Tarasenko, which is not a bad deal at all, in my opinion. Tarasenko's 31. He's still got some good years left under his belt. We got Pettersson. We probably will need to sign a better backup goalie, preferably, but we've got Coronar. I'm going to sign Tendek, and then I'm going to sign Lindholm this year too. So Tendek will get a contract, and Lindholm will get a contract for goaltending. So the goalies are the easiest section to deal with. Then looking at our defense, we've got 5-6 good defensemen here. Byron Brewer is probably going to step into that top 6. I want to say immediately. $2.25 million is a little expensive for Connor Timmins. I think $2 million is a good price for him. And then Jirasek's so young that he's got lots of time to make this roster still. I think we signed Crotty this year as well. Or Crotty. Cameron Crotty, yeah. And then the other guy there's 2 other guys I would like to sign. One of them being Caleb Wortmeyer. I would love to get him into this team ASAP. And then Pavel Semin. I think those guys could potentially be a very good pairing down the line and in the future. And of course, we've got Morrissey and Quick coming up through the system, as well as DeMaio and Yoshi. So I don't see the need to sign guys like Lilleberg and, Bergqvist. I don't see a need to take up roster space with those kind of prospects. Obviously, there are guys that just need to stay in the AHL for a couple more seasons. Oh my gosh, how cheap. 2 more years at $4.6 million for Chychrun when he's easily our best defenseman right now. That is sweet. That is a sweet, sweet deal. The right wing looks stacked. Puljujärvi's on a cheap deal. Tarasenko's not actually going to be all that expensive. He's looking at a $7.9 million contract. And with the rule of 85 in place there, $6.7 million. That's it. I think $7.5 million is probably a slightly more reasonable price for Tarasenko, to be completely honest. Pavelski wants 4.7 for 1 year. Can we offer him... not 8 years, 1 year. Can we offer him 4.25? I think that's reasonable still. Because we do have other guys we have to sign here still, such as Benson, Krause. That's kind of it, actually. Benson and Krause are like some of the few guys. Our left wing's a bit interesting here. I think we signed guys to 1 year deals that are a little bit more expensive in the AHL just for now. Just to kind of let the left wing... Okay, we need to look into left wingers. That's pretty apparent at this point. Because we don't seem to have a crazy amount of depth on the left wing. But guys like Benson aren't actually that ridiculous. Neither are Lawson Krause, $1.5 million. He played lots of NHL games this year, so I'm not worried about him. And of course, we can disperse players to the right and left wings out of the center position as well. So, no idea why Nathan Gaucher didn't grow. He puts up 62 points in 59 games. I would love to see him actually take a step this upcoming year, as he's, without a doubt, one of those prospects that we probably could have traded over a guy like Dylan Guenther. So we moved Guenther, which might end up being a mistake over Gaucher. So yeah, that's, hopefully I don't regret that. I think we give Ian Crane, we can guarantee him games in the AHL. So we're bringing him in. And then I think we're bringing in, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bedard would be 7 centers. Our right wing's already solid. We got 4, potentially 5 really good right wingers. Left wingers, we've got 2. So I think we do bring in Bedard still. I want to get him into this team pretty much as soon as possible. And yeah, Ian Crane will be our project center down in the AHL for now. Overall, this team's center depth has improved drastically over the past 2 drafts, bringing in guys like Crane, Bedard, and Wright. And of course, we have Barrett Hayton, who's just 23 years old as well in the system, a 5th overall pick. He's going to be fantastic in the future too. So this team is in a great spot. I'm just really hoping we get Tarasenko and Pavelski are the 2 guys that I would really like to bring in at cheaper deals, because then that gives us some cap space to play with too. So Larson wants more money. Yaskin, Krause join. Timmins rejects. Pavelski rejects. Tarasenko rejects. Oh my god, okay. So all the big names turn us down there, but we get Crane, Tendek, Yannick, Crotty, Brewer, Bedard, Semin, Ortmeyer, Lindholm. Okay, so we got all the smaller names that weren't like top-end expiring deals. But yeah, overall, these guys aren't actually going to be super expensive. $1.5 million for Johan Larsson isn't too bad. Okay, he wants 2.25. We'll pay these guys. I don't want to pay them quite as much. Pavelski will offer you 5.5 or 4.5. And then Tarasenko wants 7.9. We'll go 7.75. Try to get a slightly cheaper deal, and those should go through. So we get Pavelski for sure. We get all the scouts coming in here. Okay, today, please. And we do get Larson for 1.5. We get Timmins for his price point. Pavelski's a little cheaper. Tarasenko's a little cheaper. Beautiful. $20 million. 2-0. We can sign 2 $10 million players still for a year or 2. That's insane. So yeah, man, the fact that the Nordiques have this much depth and future potential, along with we just brought in Tarasenko and signed him up for literally the cost of Phil Kessel and a couple other, I don't want to say low-end prospects, because Guenther was a 9th overall pick. So, yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, I'm quite happy with where we're at currently at the moment. There's a ton of scouts in here who we could potentially be looking to bring in. That right there, that is the coach we want to play with. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. We are going to be offering this guy, he is 55, Dorian Fallon, but we are going to be offering him about the max contract that we can, because he pretty much fits exactly what I want to play with this team. So, let's see, I think $2 million is going to be the maximum price we can pay him. You know, at 1.75 when he's asking for $900K, I assume is going to be enough to persuade him. So, we'll do Fallon, I want an assistant coach as well, and probably a generalist. Maybe defensive in this position. Let's offer this guy like $800K. And then after that, again, we're just offering these contracts to bring in coaches that will help us out overall. And then AHL head coaches, I want to try to find an AHL head coach that is similar. 69% is a pretty good system fit. 73 is really high. I think we're going to go with Buffet here as our new AHL head coach. We'll offer him an associate job just for now. And then he's definitely getting bumped up, but we're offering him this money just more so to actually bring him in. So $1 million to be our AHL head coach. I'm good with that. And well, we will have to go and edit the coaching staff just a little bit here in a second. Galchenyuk, Yoshi, Tendekins, Ekins. I don't know if Galchenyuk should actually be on there, but Bedard's our highest valued player already. That's kind of crazy considering other guys are way higher rated than him. And Silvegaard's still in there too, as far as a pretty high potential player or prospect. And Peverly and Morrissey I'm excited about. Same with Quick. God, there's so many prospects that I'm just like, yes, they're going to be good eventually. And now we're going to advance whenever we're ready. So, 4 free agents. Let's see what's available. David Perron. I believe we discussed about bringing him in. Let's go for David Perron. I know we talked about bringing him in a little while ago. We're going to do that now. And then goalies. We are going to want to bring in some quality of goalie here. Who are the best available? Varlamov, Merzlekin, Nedeljkovic's young. And I would not mind having a 27-year-old goalie. He is $4.5 million, and we can move him in the future. But we have the cap space right now. We should probably fill it. So, go with that. Patrice Bergeron would be absolutely insane to bring in as well. He's been in Boston forever. 1,000 points as a Bruin. But not going to lie, if he's interested in coming to Quebec, he's got Yoink as a superstar ability. You gotta kind of love that his defensive awareness is higher than his offensive awareness. One team's interested, it's New Jersey. Okay. I think we offer him like $11 million for one season and say, Bergeron, come get us to the playoffs, come make an impact on this team. And again, French-Canadian. That's why we're bringing him in. Bergeron, Perron, and then Nedeljkovic obviously is not French-Canadian, but Marc-Andre Fleury kind of missed his chance here with this team too. So, let's see. We get Buffet as the associate AHL coach. He's going to be our AHL head coach very quickly. Dorian Fallon rejected us, seriously, at $1.7 million? Oh my god, what is with coaches this year? This is insane. How much more money do we have to offer? Like, Fallon's going to get the most massive contract ever. We can't offer him anything more than that. Dude, he's like literally the perfect fit for this team for what we want to play and bring in. Seriously? We're offering these guys max contracts. If they actually reject our team, I'm going to be a little disappointed. So, all right, so let's advance a couple more days. We get David Perron. Do we get Patrice Bergeron? We get Dorian Fallon. Okay, finally. And we do get Kolamainen, literally max contract, and we get Bergeron. What an offseason. Nedeljkovic, no, goes to Minnesota. Okay, all right. Ouch. Kind of hurts that we didn't get Nedeljkovic, but that's okay. That's okay. We got Cal Pettersson. I just want to build this godly goaltending tandem in net. So, I guess we could go with Merzlikhin. He's just, pretty decent. And that's the thing, is there's not, like, Bernier's kind of the only French-Canadian, really. I don't think there's too many guys where I look at it and I'm like, yes, we have to sign him. I mean, Tristan Jarry would not be bad. Minnesota, get out of here, seriously? 2 years at 4.25. Jarry's got to take that, because that is when Shane Wright's contract will be up. But yeah, let's see. Galchenyuk, they're offering second rounders for Galchenyuk. Seriously? I mean, they're asking for second rounders back. Tristan Jarry also signs with Minnesota. Seriously? Minnesota just stole 2 goalies from us. Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit unimpressed right now that is how things are going. So I guess we go with Merzlikhin for 2 years at 4.5. He says he'll get back to us tomorrow night. We'll see about that, but okay. Okay, so dancing a day. This is tomorrow night. Get nothing from Merzlikhin, and he goes to Chicago. Oh, our roster's full. That doesn't help either. Oops. So what are we doing now? I did not realize our roster was full. No wonder I probably look like the biggest idiot right now. Who is our most expendable player? Yaskin or Galchenyuk, probably. Let's go find a trade for Galchenyuk. Let's send him to the Rangers. I just feel like the Rangers are better. A better market fit to make the trade for. So we get some picks back for Galchenyuk. I'm totally good with that, because we just clear out more cap space. Soderstrom doesn't like it, unfortunately, but that's okay. We need a better goalie to bring into the system here. So, not going to lie, that better goalie that we bring in is probably going to be Tuukka Rask at this point. He is 36, but $6.4 million for a year. We got the cap space. We're going to use it up. So, yeah, holy moly. Okay, this team should look absolutely fabulous on paper, but now it's just going to be more a matter of do we actually perform? And I find it slightly ironic that we're bringing in some old Bruins players when the Montreal Boston rivalry exists so strongly. It's so deep-rooted, but we've got Rask, we've got Bergeron. Oh, man, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun upcoming year. So let's advance to the next season, and I want to hear in the comments below, who are we naming captain this year? Do we name Bergeron captain as our first ever franchise captain? I wouldn't be against it, because I think Bergeron is simply one of the best leaders hockey has ever seen. But Jakob Chychrun could be a very good long-term fit too. But in signing Bergeron as making Bergeron the captain of the team, it gives Shane Wright a year to develop too and potentially become that captain material that we're looking for. I don't think Clayton Keller's really in the running for captain at this moment, but he might get it. Just recently in actual in like the real hockey world, Brady Tkachuk got signed as captain. I thought for the longest time Thomas Chabot was getting the C for Ottawa, but I guess I was wrong. So anyways, let's take a look at this team on paper here. Let's see what the owner expects. They want us to win the Stanley Cup. They want 85% of tickets sold out. We need a team store upgrade, and we need a new parking lot upgrade. Okay, so that's easy stuff. But winning the Stanley Cup is our biggest goal, and we got to make it to the playoffs first because we still have not qualified with this team. So guys, just before I actually show you the lineups, we're going to go over a couple things here. So first thing being in the system, Bedard and Brewer are both not in the team right now, and I would like them to be very much so. So this is where we're going to sub Yaskin and Benson down to the minors. How are we over the allowed contract limit? Seriously? What if we just do one? What if we just bring Brewer and leave Bedard? We're still over. Oh my god. That's actually insane how many players we have here. So I guess we're going to have to trade some. We had a lot of guys come up to the team here recently. So let's just move some low-end contracts, guys that are... How did I get a hair on my head? There we go. Okay. Some really low-end contracts, like our least valued players here. So guys that are actually under contract. So guys like... Maybe not McCartney, because we don't have a lot of forwards right now, but guys like... So we're going to move Sarayarvi and Holtz off of the team because I would just like to not have as many contracts, preferably. And, well, we're going to have to actually propose a trade because, by the looks of it, certain teams just do not want to take on any players at all. So, going into this a little bit further in detail. Go Sarayarvi and wherever he is. Holtz. Move those two guys. Again, I guess to Buffalo because we need to clear up the cap. So, and for like a 4th rounder, is that too much? Hopefully not. Okay, so we're going to try Sarayarvi and Holtz for a 4th. They reject it, so maybe we'll get a 5th rounder next year. I would not be against that. They reject it again. Oh my goodness, you're going to be like this, Buffalo, hey? Okay, what about this year's 6th rounder? Oh my goodness, okay. We know Buffalo's going to be bad. Can we try getting their 4th rounder this year? And in the cap dumping process that we are in right now, trade them our 4th rounder plus 2 prospects. There we go. Jeez. Okay, so that was a slightly annoying trade, but it clears up the space now for us to actually bring these players up. Can't believe it actually got to that point where we were literally like, okay, are we even allowed to bring these guys into the system? And yes, we are. It just took a little bit of additional movement, which is all good. So Capobianco, Benson going to move down, and Bedard and Brewer going to be immediately injected into the lines. This team is disgusting. Yeah, this team's disgusting, and I don't know how else to describe it. So, the lineup you're looking at, I believe, is going to be the team we run. I know there's a 79 rated Connor Bedard there, but he's actually more like an 84 playing on that line. And the most absurd thing, too, is that we're going to put him on his inside hand so that he just absolutely unloads on 1T and snipe and make it snappy. And he's only actually contributing magnetic to that line, funny enough. But Thorson, Hayton, and of course Tarasenko, who I think we're going to have to improve as well. Because that's the thing, is we could play I'm going to try this. We could play Shane Wright down, which I don't think is a good idea for his growth, to be completely honest. But we're also paying Vladimir Tarasenko $7.75 million for the next 3 years, and Joe Pavelski's getting a $4.5 for the next year. So I think it might not. It probably isn't going to be a bad idea to go in and add X factors to Tarasenko because it's Vladimir Tarasenko. He very obviously has snipe in 1T and make it snappy in close quarters. Like, he's a sniper. He is just a pure sniper. So we're going to have to figure that out, obviously. But that's the forward group. The defense looks gross. Again, we've got an 84 rated Byron Brewer. And then Morgan Riley and Soderstrom is insane as well. And then Timmins and Larson is stacked. Like, there's no other way to put it. The goaltending is just all-round solid. Tuukka Rask and Cal Peterson, like, give me a break, man. This team looks so good. And then we've got the power plays. And yeah, that's like the only way I can really describe this power play is, yeah, it's stacked. I think we put Bergeron there just because he's got the insane face-offs. Sure, he doesn't have Big Tipper, but who cares at this point? Look at how good this team is, man. I love how Pavelski's in here, but Bergeron's a 90 rated player, not getting played cape. Pavelski makes sense in that scenario. But other than that, like, my God, this team, if this team does not make the playoffs, I simply don't know what else to say. Like, it's just filthy. It's just a filthy team. If you guys feel like pausing and looking through the extras and everything else here, go for it. We're going to play Wright and Bedard together on the 4-on-4 continued, so they're going to get opportunities on 4-on-4, 3-on-3, and elsewhere, because they're just simply amazing, and they're going to be the leaders of this team in the future. So that's the team we're dealing with in Quebec. And my goodness, if we don't make the playoffs, I don't know what I'm going to do. This team deserves to be in the playoffs, as long as they can perform. So right now, we're rocking with Bergeron, Keller, and Chychrun. Chychrun's got the C. If you guys think it should be Bergeron, let me know in the comments below. And then Rask and Pedersen, of course, no questions there. They're going to be fantastic. This team is so deep and so stacked with the prospects we have pulled. I can't wait to play with this team. I can't wait to see where they go, what they do, and things like such, because, oh my goodness, this team's going to be amazing. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. That is the team. That is where we're at. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and everything else in the comments below. This upcoming draft looks like a weird one, to say the least. And we'll see what improves and how things go from there. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed this video and watching the Nordiques become an even stronger team, which I didn't think was possible, but it is, make sure to go down below, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell to never miss these uploads. But that's going to be it for me, and until next time.